Hey, what's up, my friends? Hello, how you doing? Hello, TJ. Hi, Ramesh. Chandru. How are you, Chandru? I think you have been away for the past days, right? Welcome back. Hello, Muhammad, Austin, Shoki. Hey, Tokayo. Hey, Dian, Sebastian. Hey, Don. Welcome back. Hi, Sean, Sven, Patrick, Chen, Alex. How are you guys? All right. So let's get started. Doing just fine. Yeah, busy with your work, right? Hello, Gabi. Hola. All right. Okay, guys. So let me. Well, that's a happy problem, Don. That's a happy problem. Being busy with your own business. That's a really happy problem. Thank God you have your business and it keeps you busy. All right. Okay, guys. So today I want to show you a few things. What's going on with SPY and QQQ? Looking good, right? They are crazy going. They are crazy going. So let's see what's going on. 666, the devil number. let's see. Let's see what happens right here. All right, guys. So let me show you what I was watching here. All right. So a few things. For being honest, I don't think SPY gave you like a good entry anywhere here. Like, I don't know, like maybe something like this. This is a break and retest of this previous high of the day. So what if we just say like, okay, well, something like here. Why you wouldn't like this one here? I want to ask you guys why this is not like super sexy for our system or for our playbook. uh Anyone can tell me here? Hey, look, what's up? So look, why you wouldn't take this one here? I want to read from you. Displacement. Well, that I think that's the first one, but it's not like displacement below previous day high. Well, that will be one of my first high of the day. Exactly. Thank you, Tokayo. So this is so close to high of the day. This is not high of the day. Yeah, no, but it's super close to high of the day. So when we are looking for our entries, you need to have clear objectives, right? Clear objectives. So remember, it's not about the reward, it's about the risk reward, right? uh let me watch here. In previous days range and at high of the day, it didn't break the yesterday closing price. Yeah, all right. So now you see what I was watching here. So a few things. We are inside of previous days range. We are below previous day close, and that is usually like a good liquidity point. And also this could be just a move for, let's say, the gap fill, and then after filling this gap, it could easily just reverse back, right? uh yeah, exactly what Ramesh just said. High of the day plus gap fill, I would want to see confirmation above the gap fill. So that's right. Jason Apple, yeah, Apple went crazy nuts today. We will take a look in a minute. All right. So this is why this entry here, I wouldn't like it. But again, guys, I mean, if you were aggressive on this entry, if you were, I don't know, like with a higher time frame thesis, or you were just biased on keep grinding up, this could be a good entry here. Again, I kind of don't like it too much, but okay, you now understand why was it. All right. Sean 951, give me 1 second. Hello Renato. All right, so well, let's go 951 here, like this break retest 5-minute opening range. Well, this is a good one. This is a good one, Sean. Something like this. This is super low displacement. This is inside of the range from yesterday. Can you see here? This is the previous day range. I mean from Friday. I know it's like a 4 points range. It's a 4 points range. But look at this. You are right at the middle of the previous day range. So that's why I don't like it too much. But yeah, if you are not trading any other context, just this intraday price action, yeah, well, this is a good play, Sean. The break and retest of the 5-minute opening range high and continuation. And actually, I just hope that you made like $1 million today. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, this was crazy. This was super crazy. So that's perfect. So after this, I want to show you what I did. This week, and let me give you some context. This week, I just agreed with Luke. You know, Luke and myself, we have been trading kind of the same things, indices for the past weeks. So this week, it's like a performance and execution challenge for us. We will be waiting only this break and retest of the battleground. We need to find out. We need to find a new name for this setup. We were talking about this being the battleground. So this is kind of the break and retest of the battleground or something like that. So guys, if you think on a new name for this setup, that would be great. So trying to explain what I did here, I was looking for the exhaustion of this move. Flip zone break and retest. I like it. Yeah, so we need something like that, like a punch name, like a sticky name for that. Flip zone break and retest. Yeah, I kind of like it, that, Chen. That's a good one. All right, so what I was watching here is the exhaustion of this move. So I look for this break and retest of previous week high, another leg to the upside, came back, retested this same area here, tried but failed to create a higher high. So here, when this thing came back and retested this previous week high, I'm sorry, yeah, this previous week high, I said like, well, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. When this trade is invalidated, well, if it actually reclaims this and creates a higher high, right? So this was my stop loss or invalidation level. So I enter right here. I enter on this candle here. Let me tell you what candle was this one here. 11:15 or 11:16. I think it was, I don't remember. But it was one of these two candles. All right. So after this break and retest of this previous week high, I was looking for continuation to the downside. It actually tried to fill this this imbalance. I actually did it. And well, what I did here, this actually, I think, yeah, this was my last candle. So I was waiting for this thing to go lower. Where exactly? I think I was waiting for the previous day close, but it didn't. So after all this move, look, after going up and going back down, I got like 1/4 of my position around here. It was like 12%. So it was a super small win here, but then it started reversing, and I didn't like this candle here. So I closed 3/4 of my position right here. So I had a paper cut loss today, like a $120 or something like that. So yeah, but do you guys understand what I was trying here? This is the break and retest of the flip zone or battleground zone right here. Yes, it went higher, but this was what I was watching here, this area here, and this actually worked, right? I mean, this was the area rejecting. So when we broke this area here, I just closed my position right here. So again, I had this very small loss. Let me share. Just as I share my wins, I want to share with you my loss, and it was $134. That was my loss from today. Why? Because right here I took like 1/4 of my position, and again right here it was like 5%, 5% down here, but the price action of this candle, that's what I didn't like. So I just closed my position, barely break even, but it's a small loss, negative. It's a negative. It's a negative play. But the most important thing here is that I'm happy with my execution. I know this may sound like crazy or even dumb, but I waited for my setup even when the trend was super high. But right here, this is the time when we had news about Nvidia. So this was super, super, super news driven, right? The actual price action was kind of confirming my trading idea, my trading thesis. But I mean, news are always more important than technical analysis. And that's something, guys, that you should write it down. News are way more important than technical analysis. All right. So I just want you to write it down, because that I really think that's a really important lesson. So did I trade after 11? Yes, I did. Hey, Tito, how you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Long time we don't chat, Tito. We are due for that. I'll send you a text on Traders Lab. All right, it's super nice to see you here. All right, so yeah, I traded after 11 in the morning. It's the indices. It's not a tech name. It's just the indices. Yeah, Tito, not sure if you have been following these streams, but right now we are trying to find a good name for this setup. This is kind of an exhaustion play. It's the break and retest of this flip zone, or we call it the battleground, where this support is turned into resistance area, and then continuation to the downside. So that's the only setup that I will be trading this week. I know I'm missing on other opportunities, yes, but that's something that I can afford to miss out on a week, on a trading week, looking for something. And it's a real challenge, because we are at all-time highs all on both indices, and I think actually IWM is also in all-time high. So is it a challenge? Yes, it is. It's a super hard challenge, because it's challenging my patience, it's challenging my clarity to see my setup, and waiting for the actual price action on this. All right, so it's more like a challenge for me. But look, today I had a win. I mean, I know my PNL is reflecting a small loss, but I had a win because I waited after this, right? I mean, after all this move from 662.20 to 664.90, I waited all these slow grinds to the upside, waited for this exhaustion move, waited for I was talking to Luke, for example, and I was like, hey, we are actively waiting, right? I mean, we are not scrolling on social media, we are not replying emails, we are not, chatting on the on Discord. No, no, no. We are actually defining our areas of interest. As you can see here, I already had a few areas that I was really interested. So if my setup shows up, I will take it, and I already have my areas of interest to see reaction and maybe take profits, right? So that's my real challenge right now, being patient, waiting for that setup. Actually, I'm trying to define a new strategy, a personal strategy for sizing and also for scaling. So yes, I'm trading the exhaustion reversal. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what I tried. As I just show you, it was a paper cut loss, $130. Uh, so let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, let's go to QQQ. QQQ was having a different story, right? 600 key level. It's a psychological strike, round number. So everything it's related to the 600 key level on QQQ, and that was actually what I was stopping my SPY trade, right? Because when SPY was showing weakness, QQQ was bouncing out of this 600 right here, right here. So well, I mean, well, that happens. This setup, I'm just again, I'm challenging this setup. I'm testing this setup. I'm forward testing this setup with money in the line. So I'm taking the emotions. I'm taking the pressure. I'm taking everything for real. And I think we will have very good results with this setup, because even today, when with this move to the upside, having a loss like I did, this is just fueling my optimism. All right. So well, but the one thing here with QQQ was that it was way clearer than SPY. Look at this. We had a very nice break and retest of the 5-minute opening range, or this 598.82 key level. And let me show you what is this about. All right, give me 1 second here. QQQ 592.82. It doesn't tell me too much here. 5 minutes. I don't know why I have this key level here. Oh well, probably it's kind of the 15-minute opening range. I don't know. Looks like, right? Is it? Well, maybe here. Something like here. Right here. Well, right here is the 15-minute opening range. Actually, it's the 5-minute. Well, no, it's the 15-minute opening range. Anyways, so right here we had this break and retest of this key level here, and also later in the day we had the break and retest of this 5-minute opening range high here. So this was a kind of obvious move to the previous week high, that it's also the previous day high. Again, 600. So 600 was the key level here. So right here, this one here, it was almost a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. I like it. I really like it. And to the high of the day, well, high of the day wasn't too much, but let's say 600. 600 was a 1 to 3.8 risk reward ratio trade. I like it. I really like it. And what about this one here? This is the break and retest of high of the day, and you are aiming 650. Why? Because we don't have any other key levels here, right? So we agreed to be following round numbers and half numbers if you don't know how to use the fibs, like the Fibonacci thing. I don't know how to use it, so that's why I don't use it at all. But okay. So Chen, you took 1014, 1014 right here. Oh, that was a really good entry, Chen. That was a really good entry, and you were out of near all-time highs, previous day high, something like here. Maybe this candle here. Nice trade. Now comes the awkward question, uncomfortable questions, Chen. Why did you exit here? Why did you exit here? Especially if you have like this super nice sniper entry here. Right here, it's actually just market structure is intact. Look at this market is the only place where I will say like, well, Chen, you did it good. It's somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, this candle, because it's failing to create a higher high. It's failing to create a higher high. So somewhere around here, that will be like, oh well, Chen, that's fine. I mean, just market structure was changing here. You did great here, but here, my friend, you were just watching your P&L, right? I mean, again, not judging. If you aim just to here and that was your plan, that's perfect. That's perfect. But if you were looking for market structure here, oof, Chen. Oh, you okay? Well, that's different, Chen. I mean, you were on same day expiration. That's fine. Yeah, just as you said, these kind of candles take half of the percentage here, right? Come on, Chris. You were talking about this trade on the chat. Probably not, right? Yeah, but good job here. I mean, this is very clear break and retest, and also this candle here where you enter, Chen. That's perfect because after this candle or this kind of retesting, and this actually goes deeper, you wanted to wait for some sort of confirmation. So your entry was a sniper one. I just damn your exit. It's you. If you waited a little bit more, you will have a better reward. But that's fine. Yeah, yeah. Journal that, and just try to identify if you can do better next time. Again, I understand your concern about these same day expiration contracts and how they move, but yeah, all right. 100, even more, my friend. If you took it here and you close somewhere here 601, that's way more than 100% pure emotion. All right. Let's go to the next ones, guys. This is AMD. Do you think we should have SPY QQQ right here? Well, let's just let them. All right. So AMD was going crazy today, and I was watching a few different things here on AMD. So first one here, this 159.84 is no 158.65. Yeah, something like here 158.65. It's not only the 1 minute opening range, but it's also multiple touches key level on the daily chart. All right, so this is a very relevant level. So once we reclaim this, we have different things to watch. For example, right here, this is the 159, and you will say, well, Neto, but that's a random place on the chart. It's not. Remember, we have been talking about round numbers, half numbers for many names. Well, look what just happened on AMD at 159. Do you think this is a coincidence? Do you think this is a coincidence? Or we are respecting whole numbers, half numbers? So this is the very first entry opportunity that I watch here on AMD. And you will say, Neto, that doesn't count. I mean, we don't like 159. All right, let's take it out. Okay. What about this? This is the break and retest of pre-market high, previous day high. What do you think about this? This is a good one. All right. Look at this. If you were aiming to 161, why is it 161? Well, just what we said, right? Round number, side number. I think 161 it's even the strike number, right? Alex, you enter AMD 1002. 1002 right here. This all right. Well, just give me 1 second. So right here, guys, right here, reclaim previous day high, retest. This next candle had a very small displacement here, another retest here. So if you entered your position here or here, even here, look at this, even here. I know, well, 161, it's not it's not longer a super nice target, but look at this. The top of this candle, it's a 1 to 2.5. So that's even better, right? And then you had this comeback retest of the 5-minute opening range. But look at this, market structure is intact. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So right here, you should be keeping your position open and you get this new leg. And this is the other entry opportunity that I was watching here. After 10 a.m. candle, this is a very nice and clean break and retest. Look at this 5-minute opening range. Look at this, right to the T. Right to the T. And this is, look at this, this is a very nice battleground here. All right. So you had this break, retest, and this 1002, that's a super nice entry, Alex. Where did you exit? Where did you exit here? Took a contract high of the day and the other high of the day right here. And the other 160... 161, 63. This external liquidity level. Good. This was a very nice play. Renato, you took 947. 947 right here. That was a very nice trade, Renato. So this is the break and retest, previous day high, confirmation candle. You are very close to high of the day, but well, you have this external liquidity like super close. So you have very clear objectives here. Very good here. Tito, you got 944. 944 here. This is the why here? Can you explain why here, Tito? You are right. Look at this. I just want to explain a few things while you type in the chat. This right here, 944, you have a few risks here. You are rejecting high of the day. You are rejecting the 5-minute opening range. So you need, and this candle here, I mean, unless you took the trade like just opening this candle here, but you are in risk of this being the top of the day, right? But after this retest here on previous day high, you see this candle here, that's a nice one. But once you have a confirmation move to the upside, that will be even better, right? So this 944, I think one of the things, you were looking for the breakout, and that's fine. Or you took this pre-market high, break and retest, no displacement, trying to anticipate this move. All things are right if they were inside of your plan. Just journal, write it down what you were trying here. You saw the hammer candle, like this one here. All right. Okay, well, that's fine. So if that was part of your plan, that's great. The battleground takeover sounds like a Game of Thrones play, right? I short so low displacement. Low displacement here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, actually no displacement from previous day high, right? No displacement. Uh, but that's fine. I mean, I'm glad it actually worked out. And where did you exit, Tito? Where did you exit? On this 160, 160. This is an external. This is a key level on the daily chart. All right. $9.55. Good. Right here. 10.06. Very good. And 10.44. 10.44. Okay. Very good. Tocayo. Where did you enter, Tocayo? 10.01. Okay. 10.01. Nice. And you took high of the day somewhere around here. Maybe this. Stop loss, the 5 minute of. Okay. Okay, so you traded this exact play. Palmavera, 9:30. 9:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Nine oh one, 10:01. 10:01 Eastern. Yeah, 9:01 Central, 10:01 Eastern. All right, very nice trade. Yeah, I think this was like super clear. Just make sure, like after this retest, guys, make sure that you wait for reaction around this key level, right? Because after one candle like this easily can just go lower, right? So very good for you that you took this next candle reacting to the key level. That was a very nice play. All right, guys. Where are you based, Palmavera? You also a Chicago guy? Dian 1052. $10.52. What were you trying here, Dian? This broke this trend line here, came back, retested this 230.32, 1052 puts, this failed. This actually, this didn't fail, Dian. AMD. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Jason, you miss AMD? Alright, okay. This is what we were watching right now, right? Okay, AMD 1001. This is it. The 1052. 1052 right here. Oh, I see what you tried here, Dian. You were trying the battleground flip break and retest. That was that was a nice try. The only thing here it's look at this. I mean, both indices were at high of the day. 1052. Look at this high of the day. high of the day. So I see what you tried there. I see what you tried there. You just need that's what I like, right? I mean, if you have a different playbook, if you have a different edge here, but when I'm taking the tech names, I like to be aligned with the indices. All right. So I see what you tried here. It's just indices were so strong that I don't think this was a like a super nice opportunity, right? Well, let's go to the next one. Amazon here. Look at this. After this drop on Amazon right here to this 228.79, this is a key level on the daily chart. I really like how it started to climbing up on market structure, right? But it failed here, and once it failed this trend line, I really like how it came back for market structure to the downside. And look at this. This is an actual break and retest of the previous day low. So this move is only telling us that it tried to reclaim previous day range, but it failed, right? It failed, came back, retested this previous day low key level, and then you had this drop. Where, well, first to this 228.79, that's a key level on the daily chart, and later to this area here that we have on Amazon, right here, right? What is this area here? Well, this is kind of our range from several days or weeks now, right? Can you see here? Is this one here? All right. So anyone took Amazon today? Mohammed, do you recommend taking pre-market high or previous day high retest when they are below the? My favorite setup, Mohammed, is the break and retest of the previous day high and previous day low. I kind of like more this break and retest of the previous day low because I like puts a little bit more than calls. But that's my setup. That's those are the key levels that I trust more. Amazon is moving on a, yes, it is. What about this, Ramesh? I think it's breaking out to the downside on this channel. You were saying something like this, right? What about this? This is actually breaking this channel here. This is the 4-hour chart. What do you think, guys? Is it breaking? Is it breaking out? Well, good news for the Amazon bulls is that we are kind of respecting this area here. So if buyers can defend this 228.50 key level, we will be back to this range. But yeah, you're right. You're right, Ramesh. This is a nice range to be respected. Let's see what happened here. I know. Yeah, Amazon. It's a. I don't know. I haven't been trading Amazon for a while. Because exactly this, it has been on a range every time, no clear breakout on the higher time frame. So I'm just waiting for Amazon to do something more interesting here. All right, guys. So let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia was showing anything until it had news, right? Until it had news, But look at this. Even with news, it didn't give a single opportunity to take an entry unless you were trying something here 181, right? So Nvidia was out of scope for today, not for the upside, not for the downside. It was just chilling around the 5 minute opening range, and suddenly it just it just launched. Look at this. From 175.50 at noon. Look at 170, yeah, 179, 175.50 at noon to 180, 10 points, 9 points in less than 1 hour. Oh my gosh. I'm really happy about this. Do you remember what's my largest position on my long-term portfolio? This is why I don't like take calls on Nvidia. So do you see, guys, any good entry for Nvidia like in the morning? I mean, I don't mean afternoon. In the morning, do you see anything that just feel like interesting here in Nvidia? It was just chilling, right? Nothing too serious. Just range. Yeah, exactly. Remember, do you remember I told you like Mondays and Fridays are kind of my worst days? And this is usually because Mondays take like forever to actually wake up. I mean, investors, uh, yeah, no entry is best entry for Nvidia today. Yeah, the best entry was having shares like a few months ago. All right. So yeah, so Mondays are like this. Chilling, 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 chilling. So you need to identify the one with relative strength or relative weakness for Mondays, because Mondays are usually something like this. I mean, today was a very good day for SPY and QQQ, but usually, oh yeah, usually Mondays are kind of slow. All right, so what happened to Tesla? What happened to Tesla? So here again, break and retest. No, Neto, it didn't retest the 5 minute opening range. Bro, look at this. 436 right here. I actually had this one here for you guys. 436. Break and retest 436. Aiming to high of the day. All right. 1 to 3.4 risk reward. Let's say 441. 442. 443. All right. So as you can see here, Tesla, do you remember I always say like there's not such a thing like too much on Tesla? Well, for everyone was saying, oh well, Tesla is it's overextended by this time. Well, guys, there's not such a thing like too much for Tesla. And I have something funny for you guys. Do you know the reason of this move here? There's nothing that has changed over the weekend other than a handshake between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. That's it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still impressed with this. I mean, it's just a politics message. They went for the Charlie Kirk's memorial. They very respectfully say hi. They shake hands. They spent a few minutes together. They were like comfortable around of each other, and that, my friends, it's why Tesla just launched this morning. It's crazy, right? But that's how market works, right? Hey Basil, how you doing? Yeah, people love it. Well, they were friends, right? I mean, Charlie Kirk was a really good guy. I think the world is gonna miss him. Basil, you took QQQQ trades. All right. Yeah, well, Tesla today. So the first one is this break and retest for 36. All right. That was a good one. That was a good one. But what about this? This is the break and retest of two confluences. High of the day here, and also this 439.74. That's a key level on the daily chart. That means external liquidity. So this break and retest right here, super nice. And if you were aiming to 444, look at this. This was a 1 to 4.2 risk reward ratio trade. Market structure, if you held this one here all the way to 445, that was a hell of a trade. 1 to 5. But look at this. This is another entry here. Break and retest 441, but also previous high of the day, right? So Tesla actually offered a few opportunities to the upside, and later in the day, well, it just, I don't know what happened. Look at this. This is exactly what I mean with Tesla. It went from 445 to 430 in like 2 hours, less than that. That's Tesla, guys. That's Tesla. That's why you take profits on your targets. That's why you don't held your position all the way here. You start taking profits on Tesla because Tesla can do something like this in a very short period of time. All right. All right. That was Tesla. Anyone took Tesla today? Possibly Tesla, higher time frame. Well, you are still about... Oh, this is not Tesla. Right here. Did you see NVIDIA? How nice it looks. Is it about to break everything? Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, my guys. This is Tesla. Well, yeah, I think Tesla, if it can be above this 426, 430, it's just going higher. Yeah, this is just going higher. There's no other way that something can happen here on Tesla. But well, do you remember what I just told you? There's not such a thing as too much for Tesla. So just watch out. All right? Just watch out here. All right? What's the next one? This is Microsoft. Microsoft was against the market. I was watching these rejections of the opening price. 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejections, and also following this trend line. So if you were following something like this, like these rejections of the opening price, 1 minute opening range low, this was a nice entry to the downside. Well, but this was not aligned to the market, so this was kind of low probability. But again, after all these rejections of the opening price, I would like this one here. Even if it was to just low of the day, it was a 1 to 1.3 to the 15-minute key. Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I really like, even to the pre-market low, it was a 1 to 2.1. So yeah, I really like this one here. Again, this was not aligned to the markets, to the indices. That's why it was considered like low probability. Let's go to Palantir. Palantir, guys. Nice range here. Nice range here. But look at this. This is the break and retest. 5-minute opening range low. I will aim to this low of the day. So I have these two positions here. Just because even with this second retest here, I mean, as you can see, market structure is intact. I mean, yeah, you will be like down on your position here. How much I don't know, but this is still in your play, right? And there's not such an evidence of, okay, well, this maybe is going up. Yeah, I mean, this is a very subtle higher high, higher low. Well, there's no higher high until here, right? But this is actually a lower high than this. So I don't know. I if I will be here in this position, maybe I was, tired, bored after these too many candles around here, 180. But yeah, that was your hint, right? 180. It's a strike number, round number, side number. So unless you break and you stay away of this 180, you should be stay on this trade here. And look at this. This actually happened to be later in the day, and this went all the way to 178.50. Let's say here. Look at this. Half numbers. How half numbers are reacting well, right? So this was a 1 to almost 7 risk reward ratio trade. So this will be a very, very nice trade. Anyone took Palantir today? You blew it on Palantir, Don? What did you try there? $6.45, that's $9.45 here. Yeah. Not sure what you were trying here. This close of 180, no reaction to the downside. Well, maybe, I don't know. If you were watching at this reaction here, you were chasing right here. So yeah, just as you said, I mean, you were just chasing. What you tried here, Gabi? Mm, did well on Apple. All right. Well, everybody's waiting for Apple here. All right. Let's take a look to Apple. I just took out SPY and QQQ. We all remember that they were just skyrocketing. So Apple was actually following the indices, right? So we had a few good things here, and I want to explain. All right, this is the right here. Okay, so this is the break and retest of 250 right here. I just, you know what? I might be changing my charts to start leaving the blue lines only with the, like the daily chart key levels, but all of my 15-minute chart and intraday price action key levels, I'm gonna start using these boxes here, because sometimes I feel like it's not this evident for everyone. Like, I mean, right here it's 250, and you will say like, well, Neto, but there's nothing there, and I will reply, well, it's the 250, right? Just as we have in Palantir the 180 as a strong and relevant key level. Well, 250 looks like a very psych number for Apple, right? So we had this break and retest right here. So if you were entering into your position right here, why not here, guys? Because we didn't have any displacement, right? No displacement here. So okay, well, let's go back. Oh, right here, yeah, we had displacement here. There's a physical separation from our key level to the bottom of these candles. All right, this is a real displacement. And then we come back, retest this 250 key level, and look at this reaction here. Look at this reaction here. Buyers are stepping in right here. So you take your entry, this candle, let's say next candle, and you are aiming to two different things. Well, high of the day, it's already a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade. Look at this. This is already worth to chase. All right. But if you are aiming to this key level on the daily chart, or what is this white box here? Don't tell me. 252. Let's take it to 252. Oh, this is not. All right. Let's take it to 252 right here. All right. If you were just chasing this 252 right here, it was a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade. Amazing trade. Okay, well, but we had this break and retest of high of the day, right? High of the day that happened to be almost aligned with the 5-minute opening range high. So you had two chances here. You take your trade here, or maybe on this candle here, right? Maybe on this candle here after this retest of the high of the day, previous high of the day, above the 5-minute opening range high. So you take your trade here, and again, what are you chasing now? Well, first, look at this. This is a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade if you were looking this key level on the daily chart. But if you were looking for 253, round number, side number, look at this. This is a 1 to 3.3 risk reward ratio trade. I like it. But what about we have a third chance here? This is the break and retest, high of the day, and also this 252.38. This is again a key level on the daily chart. All right. So look at this. I mean, this also offer a really nice entry here, and you don't have any reason to stay out of this trade until maybe here 12.18. Why? Because you are breaking this battleground area, right? You see, until you break this one here, this is your reason to stay out of any of these three trades. Look at this. Even if you enter here, there's not a single reason to be out of this trade until this candle here, 12.18. So now, guys, tell me, everyone that took Apple today, where did you exit this thing? How about take profit at blue line? Is this a key level? Yes, the key level, the blue lines, Jason, are key levels on the daily chart. They are previous highs and previous highs and lows of the day on the daily chart. Royale, I took the first entry exactly as you have drawn out and was out at the same spot you have drawn out too. So around here. All right. Mohammed, what about 1009 entry? 1009 entry. 1009 entry. Well, that is this entry, my friend. It's just I try to not draw the entries on the retest. I try to wait at least 1 or 2 candles as kind of a confirmation. And the one thing that I do well, according to my strategy, it's trying to set the stop loss at the bottom of the retesting candles here, right? And there are 2 ways to do this, depending on how good was your entry or how aggressive you are on this higher time frame thesis idea. You can have your stop loss at the bottom of this retesting candle or at the bottom of the candle that actually broke your level. Can you see here? These are my two different ways to have a tech name trade, just for you to know. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. All right, Declan, 1013, 1013, right here. All right, good entry. Exit 1126. Come on, my friend. Oh my, wow. Good. Yeah, brother, print that trade and frame it. Just hang it on your office. That was a perfect trade. That was a perfect trade. Tito, in at 958, 958, right here. This is more like a breakout, Tito, right? This is the breakout, the 5-minute opening range. And this area here, 251. And out at 1143. Wow, that right here. Oof. You missed this order block here. But I mean, I understand what you was watching here. You were watching here, right? But yeah, I think you oversaw this order block. All right. Thank you, Ramesh. See you tomorrow. Sherry, 910. 910 Central? Oh, you were on the 5-minute. All right. Sherry, are you Central Time? I think you are, because you should be taking this call here. Exit 1043. All right. Good entry, Sherry. There's no reason to exit here. But I mean, if you were aiming just to this key level here, 252 something, that was a good plan. Just remember, guys, I mean, when I'm telling you, like, hey, there's market structure intact, you should not be leaving this trade or whatever. It's just me knowing nothing about your plan, right? I mean, don't take it personal. I'm just sharing what I think we can do better, and I'm not saying I do it all of the time. I also have my plans. I also have my mistakes. Please don't take it personal. Please, I'm really trying just to provide different explanation of how to deal with the price action and everything, right? So just all right. DC, you have the EMA 8 and 20. All right. Okay, guys. So yeah, Apple was really nice price action, break, retest, key levels, 1-minute opening range, 5-minute opening range, external liquidity, key levels on the daily chart. I think Apple. Oh, Sherry 1143. Ah, so now you're bragging, Sherry. Now you're bragging. You had a super nice trade. Thank you, Sherry, for the correction. That was a super nice trade. If it's respecting the EMA, you can enter an EMA tap. Yeah, I don't know how to play the EMAs. I know there are a lot of traders only doing EMA, the 18, the 8, the 13, the 20, the 21. I know there's a lot of strategies using the EMAs. I just don't know how to do it. The only moving average that I use is the daily 20 SMA, and it's only for my long-term portfolio. Very nice exit, Cherry. Congratulations. That was perfect. And I think from all of these candles here, I think this one here, it's the very first candle to actually say, maybe I should go out. Because these this battleground here, this order block here, this one candle rule here is not as clear, and this is creating a lower high, and this is a lower low from this. So this might be easily going lower aggressively from here. It just, I mean, it just happened to bounce on this order block, but I understand why you guys exited here 1143. That was a very nice play here. All right, guys. This is Google. Google was just chilling around this this range here. It tried to do something here on the 5-minute opening range low, but actually didn't do too much. I had, look at this. I had this circle here because it's reacting to the 5-minute opening range low. It's actually going lower here. And I will say, like, well, this might be a good opportunity to go down, right? To go down, let's say, low of the day. Well, pre-market low. Pre-market low, it's almost, oh, let's say 252, 252.50 right here. It's, I want you to rate it. And look at this. The one thing here is that QQQ was actually just retesting the 5-minute opening range high, and it was actually going higher, right? And SPY was very close to high of the day. So again, this is I mean, if you are just watching this without any correlation or any alignment to the indices, this is a good entry in my opinion, right? I mean, yeah, you are kind of doing here higher highs, higher lows, but it's not this clear, and you are actually rejecting this area here, this 254, this 5-minute opening range low. So after this candle here, 1010 candle, and looking at this second candle here, yes, I will enter into a position here, looking for this pre-market low, maybe this 250, 250, but it just failed, right? So maybe you were out on this candle here. And after that, guys, I don't see anything that, you know, like giving us a good entry point. What are these candles doing? I don't know. That's the one thing with Google, that sometimes you have these strange movements here and you just don't know. All right. And this is Meta. Oh, jeez. Ramesh already. Yeah, Ramesh is already gone. I was actually taking a look to Meta because hey, thank you, Tito, for coming. Please keep coming. Shoot me a message on Traders Lab. It's nice to have you back. Right. So Ramesh was showing me some moves on Meta, and I really like it. Again, Meta was moving against the indices, so in my opinion, this is kind of low probability. But look at this. This was a battleground. This is the battleground here. Can you see? It was support turned into resistance a few times, and then rejection, and then you take just the drop, right? So this is kind of the same thesis for these three trades. This is the support turned into resistance, flip zone, battleground, and then the drop. And yeah, and I think that's it for today, guys. Not sure if you have any question. If you have a question, just please type it in the chat right now. It will take a minute. I just want to show you something. As you can see here, we have now in the screen this is my website, guys. As you know, I'm the trading performance coach for the Scarface community called Traders Lab, but I'm also opening some spots for people that is not on the Traders Lab, or even if you are on the Traders Lab, right, and you need one-on-one coaching. Again, this is just for performance. This is not technicals. I don't teach any strategy. I don't teach any setup. I just help you guys. If you already have your edge, or you are building your edge, if you are trading a strategy and you just need a boost on your confidence with habits and routines to have you accountable and following your rules, this is something for, and you think this is something for you, just please go to tradingperformancecoach.com. That's my website. It's not perfect. It's under construction, but it's already live. So I just wanted to share that with you. And take a look, guys. If you have any questions, just let me know. My email is right there. There's a contact form right there. And also there are a few free resources there. So you can download the free resources. Then let me know if you think they are useful. And if they are useful, I will keep posting free resources there. So guys, thank you very much for coming. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.